it's Raquel. Welcome back to Recovery to Wellness. This is where survivors radiate badassery. It is currently July 18th, 2026, and I'm Letting Go by Josh Woodward instrumental playing in the background for some ambient noise. And we are jumping right into another self-care weekly, week 2 self-care prompt. Right before we just jump into that, I want to tell you a little bit of blurb about the channel. Again, the blurb is very new, so I'm not very good at it yet. If you enjoy Recovery to Wellness, consider subscribing. I do a lot of content about my own fanfiction stories that I upload on to various fanfiction websites. They're Loki Centered Adventures fanfiction and House MD fanfiction. I write a lot about the mental and physical health challenges and struggles and all how the characters overcome them, and hurt comfort and medical mystery and all of that. So if that's anything you're interested in, my AO3 is always linked on my video descriptions and on my channel and such too. I also do book reviews and like video book reviews and talking about books and just other things related to books and libraries and stories and such. I also do photo film shoots, I do haul videos, sticker collages, you know, continuing to grow and evolve in nature videos. I also share my recovery journey story and from various mental health conditions and try to share that openly in a way that we can harbor discussion and talk about things in the comments and on Reddit and everywhere. So if any of that is interesting to you, feel free to jump on board, subscribe to the channel, and I would love to have you around. So as far as this video goes, we're on week 2. Week 2 of the self-care card deck prompts. Also, if you have ideas for how to like title videos and like make better thumbnails for them, like definitely let me know, because I'm definitely not an expert at it. I'm not super good at it. I think I'm too specific with it, so I gotta try to more generalize it in a sense, but we're working on it. It's a work in progress. So I'm gonna pick from the card deck. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the same sort of thumbnail for each like beginning week of the prompt, like, because I'm doing it right now weekly until anything challenging or comes up with that. But if you want to jump onto the prompt challenge as well, like, feel free to jump in the comments of the video and like say what you're gonna try to do, that kind of thing, or how's it going for you. So I think on the intro you could see, okay, this is the prompt, and then if you want to do it in the comments, like let me know down in the comments if you're gonna take up the challenge too. And then when it comes to that week in review of when I do it and such, and I share about how it went, the process and such, and any challenges that came up or what I kind of did about it and that kind of thing, then you can share like your experiences if you did the project and such too. So if you did the challenge, what came up for you, that kind of thing, we can have like a discussion. So there's two opportunities for discussion in a sense. Cool. So I'm gonna pick a card. I'm gonna pick a card. Show you first. It's like a long one. Okay, so this one says, be kind to strangers. Be kind to ourselves and others. What words come to mind when someone cuts you off in traffic? Challenge those responses with kindness and try to neutralize the sting in any barb. Being lighter in your response will also lighten your mood. So being kind to strangers is the prompt. So this is interesting. I think the ways I think I could practice this in the next week involve maybe just giving more benefit of the doubt, continue practicing, having good faith in people and like optimism, and kind of being like, maybe they just don't know, or, especially like something that kind of comes up with me for this kind of idea is how, like, I want to film another video in the future of like hate watching and like also tips of how to stop hate watching and stuff like that, because I think hate watching and like goes online YouTube rabbit holes and concern watching, and like I think this kind of reminds me of that a little bit, in the sense of like how I had to play with that and then it disappeared. I guess it just makes me think of the hate watching thing of like even concerned watching and like, you know, hoping for the best and like not knowing how, like, I guess like the stickiness of it, because like, hate watching is a very sticky kind of thing, and so finding more common ground with people instead of just comparing and contrasting my experience versus somebody else's experience. And so I can practice this in the next week by like trying to lean into, oh, because I wanted to say, I want to be someone who, the way I respond to the 1000th person asking me the same question, respond to them in the same way that I answer the question to the first person who asked me the same question, and like have that be like a equilibrium in a sense. So it makes me think of that, and like how, you know, I'd want to be fair and, you know, just and like kind and like compassionate, empathetic, even if it's like something that I like, especially because like so much online is like people, unless you have a rapport with them already, it's like, it could genuinely be like somebody who's like genuinely just has no background information, like the first time they're watching this video and like they just don't know anything about me kind of thing. So like trying to be like, you know, asking questions and like kind of clarifying and like doing things like that, for me at least, is the kind of thing I want to do with my channel and such. Of like, I think a lot of it too for me is like I've not dealt with trolls or like actual hate or like constructive criticism too much. So it's going to be a lot of like kind of trial and error and figuring out, okay, this is like a person who's just hating, or this is a person who's just offering constructive criticism, or this is a person who just doesn't understand, like I've never seen them before, and that kind of thing. So just trying to be more, continuing to be more open-minded, and just being more, for me at least, is like to be more open-minded and be curious, stay curious, not angry in a sense, and just kind of allow myself to kind of like, you know, I don't really know, depending on the person or the rapport and things like that. So I think just kind of noticing if I'm doing that sort of gut reaction of like, ugh, like somebody cuts me off in traffic as it says I'm here, and kind of, okay, but like maybe they're just having a bad day, or like maybe they're just going through something right now, and I can kind of remove myself from it. And also like when it comes to like personal attacks and stuff, like remove the personal part of it and just kind of take a step back, try to see it from all angles, that kind of thing. So that's the challenge. This will be the challenge for week 2, being kind to strangers and noticing when there are instances to, or sort of maybe judgments or first reactions that are, you know, maybe difficult or tricky and such. So I will let you know next week how this goes. Let me know if you're going to try this challenge as well, and we can talk about the process and stuff next week. So thank you so much for watching. Again, if you enjoy this content and you enjoy kind of the things I've talked about in other previous videos and such, feel free to subscribe. As always, stay safe. Much love and light to you. Shine bright, lighthouses. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Guiding like a lighthouse to